Our next speaker is Harish Patel. He is a UIC alumnus and a current graduate student in the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs. He is a founding board member of Chicago Votes, a youth-led civic engagement organization that trains and mobilizes young leaders to contribute to the democratic process. He has worked as program coordinator at the Jane Addams Hull House Museum and as outreach consultant at the Arcus Center for Social Justice Leadership at Kalamazoo College. He served as coalition organizer on Chicago's Southwest Side and taught a seminar class on youth engagement in a globalized world at UIC. He's been a fellow of Green for All, New Leaders Council, and Imagining America's Publicly Active Graduate Education. Welcome, Harish Patel.
So as you already heard, my last name is Patel. So obviously, I came to UIC to become a doctor. But now I'm selling fair trade vests and studying urban planning. My mother is not as happy as I am with this transformation, as doctors are a better return on investment than vest-making urban planners are. So in all seriousness, though, as I was reflecting on what to share with you all here today, I realized that my story, like most of your stories, is not accurately shared in a portrait frame. I was an individual making all the right choices. But instead, it is best shared in a landscape format with a whole lot of community support around me. My experiences working with people at the Honors College, the Social Justice Initiative, and the Hull House Museum here at the university has allowed me to cultivate my own values that are foundational for my new social enterprise, because it taught me to care about both people and the planet before profit. My education, both as an undergraduate student and now graduate school, has provided me with the theoretical knowledge to examine and analyze the world around me while giving me the practical knowledge I need to operate a social enterprise. My relationship with my professors and obviously my student body here at this university has transformed my life and has inspired me to take a different path that I'm on now. So a little bit about the new path and how I started selling vests. The first seeds for Ishi vests were planted about 3 years ago when I went back to India on a 9-month trip. My hope for the trip was simple: see my mother, see my grandmother, who's 88 years old, and learn about the rapid transformation that India is going through. And one of the ways I was going to do this was do site visits for an organization called Association for India's Development, and travel around India, learn and meet people that are doing amazing and innovative work. On one of these site visits, I met Revati, a powerful woman who had recently left her teaching position to become a full-time farmer after she had learned about the huge number of farmer suicides in her community. Revati invited me to one of these trainings, so she was facilitating. At this training, I learned that what I had thought was a small problem of farmer suicides localized to this one area is actually a huge problem in India and has killed more than 275,000 farmers. I didn't believe this, so I took it upon myself to do some research and investigation. And what I learned was that this is actually the government published number, and the accurate number is probably a bit higher. Hundreds of thousands of farmers were committing suicide due to the dynamics of debt created by the push for the genetically modified seed that you can't use year after year, that requires an increase in pesticide usage, and thus an increase in input, but not an increase in output in the long run. To this, you add loan sharks and no government intervention, and you have a disaster that hurts both the planet and the people. I was absolutely stunned. So I came back from this experience quite transformed. This time, my transformation wasn't only internal, it was also external. I had started wearing khadi woven clothes and Nehru-style vests, like the one I'm wearing today, inspired by my recent visit and my attempts to keep some of those experiences alive. It was my time realizing the deep relationship our clothes have with the planet around us, and how our clothes, like our food, actually comes from farming. As I would share about this experience with my friends at the university and just other students, I learned that many folks actually wanted to find ways to be part of some solution and not be paralyzed by the huge, overwhelming problem of the 275,000 farmers. At the same time, to my surprise, people were also interested in my new style and choice of clothing. I had a ton of random people come up to me at cafes, asking me where I got my vest or where they could get one. One woman in particular actually followed up with her measurements and her partner's measurements. She was serious about getting a vest. So my conversation with her continued beyond just getting her a vest. We traded notes and numbers and ideas about the world. We chatted about farmer struggles over seeds in India and the awful process by which our clothes get made, sometimes polluting rivers and harming workers around the globe. In the process of getting her a vest, it dawned on me that I could utilize the vest as a tool for engagement, connecting my community here in the US to my community in India and benefiting both. And that's when the seeds of Ishi vest were kind of watered and started to sprout. So the next year, I went back to India to look for a factory that would be able to produce this vest with me in the most sustainable manner. After a lot of research, I actually did find a fair trade and organic factory called Aura, founded by a couple, Arun and Sonal Baid, sweet couple, in my own state of Gujarat where I come from. The fabric for the vest that we make at Aura starts with the seeds that were grown organically without any pesticide. The cloth is then dyed naturally with herbs and minerals so that the water comes out cleaner than it went in. In the long run, we hope to create a bigger demand for organic and non-GMO cotton. The next step for me was to come back to the United States and launch the company. I teamed up with my friends Jackie and Ria, also UIC alum, to turn all of this, my realization, the vest, and the values behind it, into a 2-minute animated video and a crowd-funded Kickstarter campaign. We were hoping to raise about $10,000, but we were blown away by the support we got from friends, professors, mentors, and student body here, and ended up raising more than $20,000. Not only that, we had orders from more than 18 countries and a profile in the Chicago Sun-Times business section. The good news is that I just got back from India, where I made twice the order, and Ishi Vest is going really well. The bad news, for my mother at least, has been that this has really sealed my transition from becoming the next Dr. Patel, as she had hoped, to selling vests. I have a feeling, though, Mama Patel kind of enjoys telling her friends about her crazy son. That said, I don't believe that I'm unique in my desire to make change here at UIC. What I was able to do with Ishi Vest was bring my community together with a shared vision and an implementable goal. Imagine the kind of transformative work we could do at this university if there were more intentional spaces for students and faculty to come together, specifically to solve the kinds of problems that my generation is inheriting. And I'm excited and inspired to be part of that transformation, both as a graduate student and a future alum. Thank you.